One of the most important skills on the path of the feminine is mastering your emotional state. And today I'm going to teach you how you can use embodiment to do exactly that. So my loves, I've divided this video into three parts. Part one is about why does this matter? Why does this work even matter? And second is about reframing your stories about emotions. And the third one is about how you can use embodiment to master your emotional state. But first, let me say this. A woman who has mastered her emotions is a force to reckon with. And emotional mastery is not about controlling or suppressing what you feel. That's what humanity has been doing it for so long, right? And clearly it's not working. True mastery is about learning to be with your emotions, to feel them, to honor them, and to allow them to move through you. And it might sound simple when I say it. I know that. Like, it's not that easy to live with it. And that's because none of us were ever taught how to do this. But trust me, when you learn, embody, and practice this art, it transforms you into a more balanced, grounded, and confident woman. Okay, now let's start with the discussion. And part one is about why does this work even matter? I want you to imagine you walking into a house where people are just snapping at each other, where energy feels really dense, and people of that house either are emotionally charged up or shut down. How would you feel in your body when you enter a place like this? Personally, I think I would feel this tightening in my chest because the air itself is so heavy. And that's what emotional disconnection feels like. It's suffocating. And now imagine the opposite, where people are calm, grounded, and emotionally open. You would instantly relax, right? That's the power of emotional energy. It shapes not only how we feel inside, but also how others experience us. Our emotional state determines the quality of our lives. When you feel good, everything around you feels brighter and lighter. Your thoughts are clearer, your energy expands, and life feels hopeful in general. But when you're in emotional pain, everything around you just turns dim. You lose motivation, your energy level drops, and your future suddenly feels far away. The truth is, emotions are energy in motion. If you don't know how to process them, they just don't vanish on their own. They get stored in your body, shaping you how you think, feel, and live. And that's why emotional mastery matters so deeply, because your emotional world is the foundation of your physical, mental, and your spiritual well-being. Now, moving on to the second part of this video, reframing your story about emotions. To truly become somebody who is in mastery of their emotional state, we first need to understand what story about emotions are you carrying within your system. Before you can even transform your relationship with your emotions, you must see how you have been taught to feel about them. So let's reframe this story gently. Number one thing that I want you to understand is stop fearing emotions. I know it sounds a bit confusing at first because fear itself is an emotion, right? And we all experience it. It's natural, it's human. But what I really mean to say here is just drop the scary story that emotions are somehow dangerous or they'll consume you if you allow yourself to feel them. Emotions are not here to harm you. They are actually your body's way of guiding you. It's a way your body whispers messages from your deeper self. And yes, even fear, even that one has a purpose. It protects you, keeps you safe, and helps you discern. In my personal experience, emotions are your clearest way through which our soul speaks to us. So next time a strong feeling arises, don't fear it and don't push it away. Just ask yourself, what is the emotion trying to tell me right now? And if I trusted it like a teacher, like a guide, then what would it want me to know? Number two is drop the judgment. Since childhood, most of us were taught to reject our emotions, to tag them as good or bad. So what we did was we chased the happy emotions and we ran away from the heavy ones. But emotions are not moral entities and they are not here to be judged. They are simply signals from your body revealing the state of your inner world. So don't label them as good or bad. You can begin to see them as something feels pleasant and something is feeling a bit unpleasant, like something is bringing you some sort of discomfort. But then just get curious about that discomfort as well. And when you start to do this, something beautiful happens. You start to soften towards yourself. So take a moment and ask yourself, do I judge emotions? Which emotions do I try to avoid the most? And what might they be showing me about myself? Third is change your language. So in this point, we're just transitioning to next level from the previous point. And this might sound like insignificant or small, but this is truly transformative. Instead of saying that I'm angry or I'm sad, you need to change your language because the language shapes your identity. When you say that I'm angry, you have become that whole emotion. So instead of that, just remind yourself that I'm experiencing anger at this moment. I'm experiencing fear right now. Or I'm feeling sadness. And you will see how this immediately will create space for you. You're no longer in it. It's not consuming you. You are present with it. And when you give yourself this space, you gain power to consciously respond to what you're feeling than to react impulsively. So reflect for a moment. What would shift if I stopped identifying with my emotions and instead became like an observer of them? Number 4 is make a deeper spiritual perspective shift. Now, here's the truth, my love. You came into this world for living this human experience. And you came here for a reason. Your soul chose this form, this body, this life to feel, to know the full spectrum of what it feels to be human. And emotions are part of this experience. And they are not your enemy. They are your initiation into the wholeness. They are the very texture of your soul's evolution. And so next time you find yourself in middle of an emotional storm, remind yourself, my soul came here to experience this too. What if this is part of my awakening, my spiritual initiation? And see how this will change the game for you. Now that we have reframed how you see emotions, let's bring the embodiment, most important part, how you can use embodiment to master your emotional state, how embodiment can help you to work with them. Because emotional mastery doesn't happen in the mind. You can read books, you can listen to different videos, but if you do not involve your body in this work, nothing's going to change. Emotional mastery happens through the body. You can force yourself to think positive affirmations all day long, analyze patterns from your childhood, and still find yourself trapped in the same emotional loop. And that's because emotions are not thoughts, they are deeper sensations sitting inside the body. And as I said before, when we suppress them, they just don't disappear. They get stored in your chest, in your throat, in your belly, in your muscles. And over time, that stored energy starts shaping your tone, your posture, your energy field, and even your health. So, embodiment becomes the practice of meeting those stored frozen tensions through the body instead of avoiding them or talking about them nonstop. So, let's understand this process step by step. So, if you find yourself stuck in a situation where there's a deep emotional trigger. So, step 1 would be don't fight the emotion. The moment you feel that there's a trigger, that you're getting triggered, do not fight it or avoid it. Don't say to yourself in your mind, I shouldn't feel this way. Immediately bring your awareness into your body and become aware of exactly what you're feeling. So, first step is what? Don't fight it and become aware of what you're feeling. What kind of emotion is present? Is it fear? Is it anger? Is it shame? Is it sadness? What is coming on the surface? All right. So, don't fight it. Bring your awareness to your body. Don't uh, don't say to yourself that I shouldn't be feeling it. And what kind of emotion are you experiencing? Now, second step would be to forget the title of the emotion for a moment. Like drop the tag, be it fear, anger, sadness, whatever. So instead of analyzing what you're feeling, now we're moving into how it feels. Like break it down into pure sensations, because emotion is nothing but your sensations present in the body, right? So feel into the sensations and tune into it fully. So, step number 3 is locate the sensation. Ask yourself, where exactly do I feel this sitting inside? Where do I feel these sensations bubbling up? Is it sitting in my heart right now? Is it sitting in my throat right now? Is it in my belly? Is it in my back? So, locate the sensation. Next is feel the texture of it. Is it tight? Is it heavy? Is it cold? Is it hot? Does it feel like a shaky energy? Is it contracting me or is it expanding me? Is it burning or is it buzzing? Just get curious about it. Fifth step is be with it. Allow yourself to fully feel into the sensations without trying to change it. This, when you'll do, you will see that you will start to move the energy. What we are doing here is like we're fully acknowledging what we are feeling. We are not running away from it. And we are giving our body a chance to process what we felt when we got triggered. And then once you've allowed yourself a few moments to just let that sensation express through you, then you ask the emotion, the sensation, your body, what it needs. And your body has its own tools to express breath, sound, movement, stillness, awareness. And when you will ask this question, what do you need? You will get the response from the body. Maybe you would like to move that area that is feeling blocked at the moment. Maybe you would like to shake your body, or maybe you would just like to grieve something. And this way, just let the body lead and you follow. All right. So you're not working through the mind here, you are expressing through the body. And this is what the embodiment is. The process of embodiment is you will let the body lead. You might breathe with it. You might move slowly. You might want to move your hips or chest to express the energy. Or you might just sit in silence. Trust me, when you allow yourself these expressions, magic happens. The emotions move and they release from your system. Now, I'm aware that there are situations where we do not have time or a space to express this way. Situations where we cannot express our emotions immediately. Example, maybe you're at work or someone else is present. In those moments, the most important thing is to keep the connection strong with the body. Just keep the connection alive. Do not miss that step. Stay aware, breathe. If possible, jot down. Write down about what you felt. So later, when you have space, your own time, you're alone, you can come back to this whole process that I explained and let yourself express through movement or reflection. All right. I'll share something personal here. Recently, during my embodiment practice, I was sitting with something that had, like, the situation that had triggered anger in me. But as I was moving through different layers of it, I realized that anger wasn't even the real emotion there. Like, it wasn't the main emotion present. Underneath it was actually sadness. So anger was just the secondary emotion that was hiding this primary emotion, sadness. And when I allowed myself to face the sadness that I was experiencing and I moved through it, I could connect and I was able to release this very old grief sitting inside my body. And that grief was related to this old wound that was very similar to this new situation that I was facing. And honestly, I mean, that I was thinking, at one point, I was thinking I wouldn't be able to handle it. But I allowed myself to move through it fully, completely, whatever my body kept asking, whatever kind of expression it was asking for, I gave it that. And then magic happened. I literally felt by the end, a heavy burden was lifted off my chest. I felt so light. And then I realized that that old grief was actually blocking my growth. Because that was stuck in my energy field, I wasn't able to see clarity in particular area of my life. And that day, after releasing it, processing through it, I literally felt that I found some aspect of my power back. This is why embodiment is so deeply feminine. Because feminine doesn't she doesn't fix, she feels. She doesn't run from discomfort. She opens, she breathes, and she allows the life to move through her. And that's how the emotional mastery is born. Not from control, but from presence. Because when you can sit with your emotions without fear, without labels, without running away from them, without trying to change them, that's when you realize you are bigger than any emotion that arises in you. You are the awareness that holds it. So, my loves, remember this. Emotional mastery is not about never feeling angry again, never feeling the fear again, never feeling the sadness again. It's about being with what arises without any shame, any judgment, and without trying to force it away. Every emotion is a messenger. Every sensation in your body is a guidepost. And when you respond with presence instead of reaction, you reclaim your energy, you reclaim the clarity you were seeking, and you reclaim your inner power. So start small. Even a few minutes of breathing in, tuning in, moving with emotion, or journaling about it will make a huge difference in your life. And over time, your body will learn the language of your emotions. Your nervous system will remember the safety. Your heart space will remember ease. And slowly and gently, you will become the woman who carries her emotions like wings, fully alive, deeply felt, and beautifully free. Remember, again, you don't need to fix anything. You just need to feel, honor it, and let it flow. That's how the feminine masters herself. And this is just the beginning. So keep practicing, keep listening, and keep embodying. The power has always been in you. So, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in. And if this episode resonated with you, I would love for you to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. I promise to get back to you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so we can continue this journey together. And I'll see you next time.